Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Just Time with your host Bailey. How's it going, everybody? I have the last one of the Nightmare Before Christmas characters. This is day 21 of the 30 days of NAIL-O-WEEN. This one, I've not tried something like this before. You guys will know by the thumbnail if it turns out or not. But I am doing a 3D-ish OogieBoogie, and we're going to do the green OogieBoogie, and we're going to make him glow in the dark. So, yeah, without further ado, let's try this out and see if it works, okay? Alright, hey bunnies! Okay, so I have... Oh, I forgot to tell you guys it's a toenail art video. So I have a toenail I'm not going to worry about. I just filed off the corner here and these little bunches here because what we're doing over top will cover this. And I'm not going to draw any reference lines. I'm literally just going to go for it. So I am going to use... Where did I put it? There it is. I'm going to use a little bit of this gelish opaque cover pink poly gel to make my 3D face, because I really want his face to have a little bit of dimension, you know, just instead of like a flat painting. Instead of using a brush, I'm going to use a silicone tool. This is my pointy silicone tool. And as my slip solution, I'm going to use 91% alcohol. Now, I do use slip solution with my silicone tools as well, because not all polygels are resistant to silicone, if you know what I mean. Let me find a little spatula. All right. Let's do this. That is so unsettling. Okay, I think that'll be more than enough. Oh, I might not even need spatula. Sweet, look at that. All right, that might be too much, but oh, I might have to use a brush just to kind of push it around. All right, I'm going to use this little small brush that I have here just to help move it around on the nail part and smooth certain parts out. So again, we're making OogieBoogie, and I'm hoping it'll all, you know, come together. I'm going to give him some texture and stuff like that once we get him into shape. He's really kind of bunchy, isn't he? I don't know. Just gonna kind of rough out his face here a little bit. Just trying to get like those deep crevices of the eyes, you know what I mean? And the depth in his mouth. I was really debating whether or not to do the little like the worms for his mouth as well, you know, but we'll see how it goes. All right, we're looking a little too wide. Oh my gosh, my voice is cracking here. There is like bronchial pneumonia going around, and I keep having people come in to have their nails done while they're sick. And yeah, then Bailey ends up sick, and then everybody else in the house ends up sick. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? All right. Patting down, trying to make a face. What is OogieBoogie made of? Is he made of just worms? It's like a burlap sack of worms. You know what I mean? With 3D stuff, I find you just have to, You know, like I have I'll show you guys. I have like a hand-drawn thing. You don't always fit like the whole picture on the nail, but that's okay. As long as I can get his face in the way I want it, I'll be happy. Do, do. It's looking good. Looking good. All right. All right, and then I'm going to take my little flat spatula here and I'm going to try and get the little notches around his mouth pushed in without distorting the gel too much. And I am dipping the blade into the slip solution so that it releases. Oh yes. Then we're going to give him some little eyebrow indentations here and then push that back up. A little oh, need more slip. As soon as your like polygel starts pulling with your tools, you gotta dip. You gotta dip it again. All right, and then we got some like angry forehead lines going on here. Yeah. And then we got some stitches on the head up here. Like so. And bring this part in, give him a little bit of a neck. And polygel, you gotta work like super duper fast. So I find the gelish stuff kind of sags back into place. So I'm super happy with that. I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in my LED. Oh no, I just touched it with my wrist. I smushed his face. Ugh. Goodness. I'm terrible, aren't I? And we had it all the way we wanted it to. Gee whiz. Psh. All right. No, and his mouth got squished too. I totally distorted his face. Like I touched it just like ever so gently with my wrist. And now he looks bad. Maybe we should have done more steps. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to freeze that for 60 seconds. BRB. All right, and we're back. Fully cured after 60 seconds in an LED lamp. All right, so my method I'm going to try here. So I'm going to go over, here, let's back out. No, there we go. All right, we can get rid of this alcohol. So I'm going to attempt to go over it first with this neon green. This is 020. It's a Nail Innovations Tips and Toes. I will also be using Licorice to do like the inner mouth and give the details afterwards. So what I'm going to try to do after I do the green, I'm going to try and get some of this glow powder. Oh my gosh, I got the hiccups. I'm going to try and get this glow powder onto it I'm using the same method I used for zero. I'm going to dilute this or mix this with some, where did I put it? Some Egoista base coat and then go over top of it. So yes, let's try this, shall we? I'm gonna grab my tile. It's covered in glitter. Let's wipe that off. All right. I'm gonna use Sheila to apply this. So I'm gonna depot the color onto my tile and do smaller brush strokes in smaller areas. But I will sort of get the majority of it with the large brush because I don't want to get any of this onto the black. I want to try and keep my black background as black as possible. So and I also want to use the gel polish because it's thinner than a gel paint, so it will kind of fall into those little cracks and little dippy-doos we made easier than a gel paint would. A gel paint would just kind of sit there and not do anything really. It's good for painting, not for this kind of painting. Different consistencies for different things. Yeah, like see how it kind of it pools in the eye, and you gotta I want to like pull that out of there. I'm trying to keep it thin, so I'm gonna cure that, and I'm gonna do a second layer. Okay, so while my second layer is curing, I'm going to mix some of the green powder with base coat on my tile here. I hope that is enough. I'm going to use the end of my brush here. And now it's okay that both like my green gel polish and this green are different in color tone. That part does not bother me. I just wanted there to be a green base of some sort between my glow-in-the-dark powder and the nude polygel because I don't have any clear polygel. All right, so there we are for 2 layers. I'm now going to use my little brush and I'm going to go over this. As good as I can. After we cure it, I'll definitely make sure after curing it that it is covered completely. I think this is so rad. Rad. I'm gonna bring that back. It's rad. I'm such a 90s kid. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to cure that one more time and I will be right back. Okay, so I have confirmed this glows nicely, but you guys don't get to see it until it's done. I'm just going to clean my tile. So now we're going to finish off Mr. Boogie with some detail. So I'm going to clean my brush here And I'm going to dip it into licorice, and I'm going to use my tile. I'm going to load my brush by twisting and turning the bristles in the color. And we're going to start with his eyeballs. And I'm trying to get that signature OogieBoogie look. That glow in the dark OogieBoogie. That one's my favorite. I mean, I know you can see him in his like brown burlap sack and all, but I don't know. I find classic Oogie is like glow in the dark to me. Alright, so we got the eyes. And I'm going to lightly bring down some, what do you call it, eye socket, eyebrow. Over that. Oh yes. This one's a little dark, so I'm gonna pull my brush over that one again. I'm going to accentuate those little forehead lines. So what I'm gonna do is like I'm just going in and doing his main features, and then I'm gonna add some little like burlap sack sort of texture lines all throughout, just here and there, to kind of give him a little more dimension. And I'm going over all the little cracky doos that we pushed in. Just like that. Oh, here comes Minnie. And I'm going to do the little stitches on his head. Just like that. And I'm going to flash cure this for 10 seconds so that it does not move. And I'm going to get out of there, mister. He's in my drawers. Oh my gosh, guys, I got the hiccups. Okay, so now I am here and there. I'm going to do these little cross hatchy sort of highlights, I guess you could call them, to give them a little more of that burlap sacky look. Gives them a little extra texture. I mean, you could, if your polygel wasn't as runny as mine is, you could probably go through and scrape in, you know, all those fine lines if you really wanted to enhance him some more. But I'm fairly happy with the way he looks. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make that little marks between his eyes a little darker. And then these lines here, I'm also going to kind of convert those. So just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to put a coat of gel top coat or sealer over everything. And then I will come back and show you guys what he looks like top coated, and then we will reveal the glow in the dark. Oh, so I wanted to actually share this part with you guys. So I decided to go matte because when I revealed him there at the end, showing you guys, he was a little too shiny for me. So I think he'll look good matte. So when you're like doing, you know, something like this in matte, I find it's really, really important when you're done like covering it, take your brush and really like scoop out those little crevices like the eyes and the mouth, because if you get too thick, like how gel polish in that pools, if you get too thick of a matte top coat, like I'll even take my brush and brush through here and take some of that out. If you get too much pooling with matte top coat, you get like this weird like pocket almost that crystallizes, and it looks like you've poured like coarse sugar or something on it. So that's a good tip that I can share, is when you're doing your matte top coat, like make sure that it's nicely and thinly applied, because yeah, it can crystallize pretty bad. And also I learned that if you let it cool and before you wipe it, and wipe it with actually acetone instead of like your cleanser or your alcohol or whatnot, you get a better matte effect. And I actually heard that from Jessie from Peach Manifesto, and she learned it from somewhere else. So, but that's where I heard it. So, and I do like the way that it mattifies. I actually have 3, 2, 1. All right. So I'm going to let that cool. While that's cooling, I'm going to walk away and turn off the big light. And now I'm going to come back now that it has cooled. Okay. So I'm trying to get my acetone pumper to work. I think I'm going to need to get new pumpers, guys, because my pumpers are dying. They're 3 years old. They pumped almost their last pumps. Okay, so I'm getting some acetone. It's 100% pure acetone. And we're gonna wipe this. Yes, I like the way he looks matte. Perfect. I love that so much. All right, so you guys ready to see? Hopefully, we'll flash him in the LED again, and I'll shut this light off. Ooh, here we go. Look at this. That's funny. That's the powder. Oh, here we go. Here, pardon my other. Oh, I'm gonna switch hands. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know why my camera has such a hard time with glow in the dark. So yeah, there is my 3D, I guess you could call it 3D OogieBoogie. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and get to another one for you guys. Oh, look at this. Ooh. I redid them because I broke this nail and it hurt a lot. So I had to redo them. So anywho's, I hope you guys enjoyed Glowy OogieBoogie. So yeah, anywho's, I hope you guys all stay tuned and stay jazzy.